And welcome everybody to the Panthers Den here at Liberty Hill High School in beautiful Liberty Hill, Texas tonight. It is senior night at Liberty Hill High School for the Panthers. And as an honorary starter, this is a nice gesture. Gunter Daniels is going to sort of be an honorary starter there. We know he's got the knee injury, but nice to see him out there, full uniform. And now we'll get our real starters for the Panthers. Luke Landy, who started, I believe that's 4 games in a row now. And he'll be right next to Toby Ryman at the guard position. It's been very effective for Liberty Hill in the last few weeks. And there's a senior there, JT Peterson, first senior to come out in the starting lineup. Paul Madaria, another senior. Of course, seniors honored tonight. All basketball players came out with their families. And Aaron Hurst, he has been absolutely on fire for the Panthers. Coach Boren, you can see the Rouse Raiders already ready for the Raiders. Amari Haywood, JoJo Moore, Christian Ayula, Devin Brown, and Cole Andrews Heights are the starters for the top-ranked Raiders. Big game tonight. Bit of a tepid atmosphere here at the Panthers Den, but it's a good crowd on the opposing side as well for the Rouse Raiders. My name is Adam Mueller, and thanks for joining us tonight on Vype Live. We are ready to go. Last game of the regular season, last game of the district year, and it could be a big one. We'll talk more about that as the game goes on. And it will be Ayula and Hurst to tip it off. Hurst gives it a good go, but it's Toby Ryman who wants to start quickly with that left hand. And it'll be Madaria at the top of the key to start things off. Ryman swings to Peterson. We've seen this a lot from the Panthers. Good ball movement, and they're going to call an early travel. Madaria just drag that foot. And now the top-ranked Raiders will start with the ball. Big part of how they break the press is number 1, that's JoJo Moore standing at 6'3" point guard and knocks down the early 3. And boy, if that isn't a good summary of the Rouse Raiders season so far, I don't know what is. Toby Ryman across the timeline. Peterson pressured on the wing, back out to Madaria. Hurst one-on-one against Ayula. Such good footwork, Aaron Hurst. Ryman around a Hurst screen to Peterson. Madaria back at the top. Landy now with the ball. A couple of back screens. Good movement again from the Panthers. Landy fading away, couldn't get it to go. Some bodies on the floor. And Luke Landy trying to get that ball. And there's Moore, whose pass is picked off by Peterson. And Peterson looking to go quickly against Andrews Heights. Finish, not quite there for the senior, but it's good hustle. Comes back to get the ball. We do have a jump ball, and we will go the other way. It'll be Rouse basketball. Panthers won the tip. In that signature press, Landy and Ryman at the top. It's worked so well in the last couple of games. Casual pass from Andrews Heights. Moore tracks it down. That's Haywood. We know he's one of their best scorers, and he lays the ball in. Good stout start for the district leading Rouse Raiders. Landy on the wing, Ryman, Peterson, Hurst in deep. Will shoot the jumper, no good. Ryman with a rebound. Cutting Hurst. Peterson's got some room open, and the senior knocks out the 3. That rhythm going. Panthers have been absolutely on fire in the past week, and there's Madaria, almost got his hands on it. Brown in a lot of trouble. That's where you want to pressure the ball. Haywood, good shooter, a little bit short there. Panthers a bit undersized against this Rouse squad. That's Ayula using his height, and I think that's Panthers ball. It is. You have Ayula at 6'6", JoJo Moore at 6'5", and Amari Haywood at 6'3". Ray Avery, AJ Roldan into the game. Madaria and Peterson, 2 seniors, come out quickly. And A.J. Roldan, who's been given a lot of responsibility recently, especially with Gunter Daniels out of the lineup. He's had to handle a lot of time commanding this offense. And Paul Maderia has been off the floor. It's really been his responsibility. Ray Avery, utility guy. Landy got some room, finds Roldan. Good pump. Another one. So nice from A.J. Roldan. Real calm inside. You see that from a lot of Panthers players. Ryman, Landy, Roldan. Just able to be so calm in traffic. Brown driving to the bucket, left hand, no good. And ball tipped out to Aaron Hurst. So after the quick start from the Raiders, Panthers come right back with a 5-0 run of their own. And it's 5-5 early score here. Avery, not the right pass. And here comes Moore. Ayula, sort of a alley-oop. Puts it in. Roldan again, just trying to do too much with the pass. And this is JoJo Moore in a nutshell, really. 6'3", but can dribble through a lot of people. Roldan might have a chance at this. Is that over and back? I don't know if the ref knows. Referee down there was sort of looking at his colleagues. Good noise from the Liberty Hill bench. Haywood's going to fire again, and that's a spot for the Raiders. We've seen Haywood and Moore. Ryman in some trouble. And Haywood loses it right back. So good defense from Toby Ryman. JT Peterson right back to the scorer's table. So is Paul Maderia. Landy and Roldan will check out, I believe. Yep. Again, it was senior night. Seniors were recognized. So were all the basketball players. Sophomores, juniors. Ryman a little bit casual with his dribble. And Coach Boren did get the timeout, so we will have a moment. 3:55 first quarter. 10-5 game here. Rouse Raiders on top of the home team, the Liberty Hill Runnin' Panthers, on this Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, folks. Maybe you're eating some chocolate while you watch us, or got a plush toy or a teddy bear you're holding on to. Hopefully tonight will be less about love for the Panthers and more about fight, because they will need it against this tough Rouse Raiders team. Again, undefeated in district, 13-0, this Raiders squad. And I would think they certainly have something to play for, despite having that top seed locked up. They want to go undefeated the entire district season. Roldan's got some room off the screen. 5-out set now. Hurst at the top, covered by the taller Ayula. It's going to be much harder to post him up. Avery gets in low. Peterson. No reason to hustle here, but Maderia knocks it down. Well, Maderia shakes his head. Maybe he knew that was not the greatest shot, but his team just needed a little spike of offense, some inspiration. That's Andrews Heights, Ayula, 6'5", just nobody in the Panthers lineup at the moment to cover a guy like Ayula. Aaron Hurst, I believe, tallest guy out there, standing about 6'3". Peterson, Avery, Maderia at the top. There's Hurst again. They're just trying to set him up. Kind of force the shot. No good. JoJo Moore around a man. Breaks through the press. Haywood wants to fire from three. Long. No box out. But Peterson does get to it first. It won't be a foul. It'll just be Panthers ball. Jackson Scott, Toby Ryman in. Aaron Hurst and Ray Avery out of the game. So maybe Jackson Scott in there for a little bit of height. Jackson listed at 6'5". Pressure as well from the Raiders. We see Hayes do something similar. It kind of looks like pressure, but they come off sort of man-to-man. A.J. Roldan working the taller JoJo Moore. And if the Raiders are going to take advantage of their height on the offensive end, and the Panthers have to do the same on this end of the floor with their ball-handling guards. Maybe can have a step on Rouse. Deep, deep three from Madaria, no good. And, oh man, that looked like over and back, but the ball's picked off by Peterson anyway. Got some help here in Jackson Scott. Oh, it was so nice, the up and under. Couldn't get it to go. Andrews Heights got Haywood all alone down here. A little bit of cherry picking, but finishes it off. 14-8 early lead. Shots just not dropping for the Panthers. And Rouse taking advantage. Madaria, again, good movement. That's one of the things that has been a highlight for the Panthers over this stretch of 3 wins in a row, 3 road wins in a row, is that off-the-ball movement, helping guys create shots, and, man, that tough call on Paul Madaria with the opposite elbow pushing off. We'll check the fouls on Madaria. He does have just the one. Back into that press, Ryman, Peterson, Landy, Madaria, and Hurst, that starting 5. Looks like there has been a sub made for the Raiders. We'll check that one. JoJo Moore through the middle. Ayula throws it down. Again, hard to stop. Guy who stands at 6'3", who can handle the ball like that. Peterson's going to fire from 3 and knocks it down. So 3 balls actually been falling for the Panthers early in this game. Now let's see if the press can get to work. Ryman gets a piece. Pretty much just want to keep the ball out of JoJo Moore's hand. Another indication of maybe backcourt. Andrews Heights fire away. Need a box out. Aaron Hurst skies for that one. Ryman, Madaria. And a little bit of an awkward pass to Landy. Hurst, who's really been the offensive spark the last couple games, just having trouble getting going against Ayula. Maybe you want to put him in a pick and roll situation against the bigger man. There again, there's sort of indication. Hurst fading away, such a tough shot, and didn't catch anything, unfortunately. JoJo Moore, a little hesitation, good defense from Madaria. Wild up and under, and they will get a foul on Hurst, although not sure how much contact there was. Yeah, we got the he never touched him call. Actually, under a second left in this first quarter. 0.5 is what the scoreboard shows, 16-11. With those 3 straight road victories as Moore knocks down the free throw, Liberty Hill has put themselves squarely in the playoff picture. Of course, Glenn and Cedar Park also playing tonight. Pair of road games. Moore, baseball pass now to Landy, who knocks it down. Is that? It will not count. Referee waved it off. Of course, we don't have replay here. Coach Bourne still talking to the referee. The Liberty Hill crowd does not like it at all. Still lots of noise here. I admit I did not see it. Some of the students want to get the video cameras out. It's like Patrick Beverly. I don't know if anyone saw the Los Angeles Lakers game. Oh, I guess it was a couple weeks ago. Patrick Beverly bringing out the media camera for the referees to look that LeBron James was fouled. Of course, not a situation like this. We do have a lot of cameras here. Yeah, people are looking up at me. So that's the call. Yeah, you just can't change it. We don't have the resources at this level to change a call like that unless it's discussed between the referees. And they will continue to discuss here. Well, this issue might not be over. 18-11 here as we start the second quarter. And it will be called good. How about that? Referees discuss it, and I think probably do come up with the correct call. So 18-14, we'll see. I know Coach Rouse will not be happy about this. As now he discusses with the referee. Hurst from 3, no good. Landy is that jump ball. They're going to get a foul, I think, on Toby Ryman. It is Peterson, Ryman, Landy, Madaria, and Hurst. Same starting group. And I'm not sure if we caught that on film from Luke Landy. But they did call it good. It did sound like it was good. We'll see what effect that has on the psyche of the players. JoJo Moore almost pushed off with that opposite arm. That is Will Cole, number 5, who's in the game. Also, Andrews Heights trying to force things, and they get a foul. Ooh. Be called on Peterson with the reach. 4 team fouls on the Panthers. And inbounds picked off by Peterson. Gets it to Madaria, jump stop, and puts it in. How about this from Liberty Hill? Back within 2. See if the press can work. Moore gets out of it. Wing, oh, it looks like an extra step, but Hurst swats it away anyway. That's Bryce Bartow for the Raiders. Jax Hicks makes an early appearance in this game. Landy comes out. Luke Landy with 2 fouls, we should note. Andrews Heights. Moore. As Will Cole. Andrews Heights again. No Ayula out there. Seems to have stymied at least the presence in the post a little bit. Aaron Hurst has come out. Andrews Heights in some trouble. Joe Moore looking to create things, and he does. Boy, JoJo Moore. Really important player for this Raiders team. Jax Hicks at the top, 6.5 in this second quarter. And they're going to get JT Peterson for dragging the feet. Just a little over-exuberant on getting that pass away on the set play. Trayvon Williams and Paul Madaria have checked back in. Ryman rolled on, and Hurst joined them. Same group for the Raiders. And Coach Shane Krause. Is that a foul there? It is a foul on Toby Ryman. First on Ryman. I think you, as I said earlier, you think about maybe doubling JoJo Moore. Just get the ball out of his hands right there. There's the spot, and a lot of trouble. Into the corner, Hurst with some good hands. Knocks the ball away from Bartow. Moore taking his time against that 2-3 zone. You see again with Ayula out of the game, Hurst much more willing to come up off that low block, trying to set up Devin Brown for the 3. They did. He didn't hit anything, and JoJo Moore Rebound and put back. As Roldan gets it across the half-court line. Hurst. Williams comes around. There's Maderia. Roldan. There's Hurst. Ooh, Hurst was open on the baseline. Williams got a little bit of space. Ooh, Ryman could have gone baseline. Roldan pumps. Will go for the jumper. Looking good, and he gets the roll. And now Williams pressured by Andrews Heights. Again, Panthers careful with the fouling. Haywood just going to power in the middle. That's got to be a charge, and it is. Trayvon Williams doing a great job, the junior. Perfectly set there. There is no inner arc there in high school basketball, so you don't have to worry about that. You can take it from wherever you want. Ayula back in the game. Ray Avery for the Panthers. Roldan, Avery. Williams gets it to Hurst, who's got Ayula on him. Williams quickly to the basket and lays it in. Couple of good moments for Trayvon Williams. The charge on one end, and then the lay-in on the other. And Williams again trying to get the steal. Haywood, 6'3", but he's got a strong frame. I think we have a timeout called by Rouse. So full timeout, 4:47 to go in this second quarter. Rouse Raiders 22, home team Liberty Hill Runnin' Panthers 20. And a quick moment to shout out the Runnin' Panthers sponsors: Liberty Hill Pediatrics, J&K Welding, Deluxe Garages, Globe Theater, and Gage and Cade Construction. Thank you for your support of Liberty Hill Runnin' Panthers basketball on this senior night tonight. Sort of mild Tuesday night here in Central Texas. Of course, on Friday, it was a 51-29 victory for the Panthers against the Cedar Park Timberwolves to put them into playoff position, in fourth place in the district at 7-6 in District 25-5A. Guaranteed at least a share of fourth after tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about those scenarios. Of course, a win guarantees a playoff spot. So technically, these Panthers control their own destiny tonight. If they can get a shock win over this Rouse Raiders team, they will be into the playoffs, and we will have no tiebreaker scenarios to talk about. Of course, they are right there so far, halfway through this second quarter, 22-20. JoJo Moore dribbles through some folks. Hurst got a piece of it, and it was clean. No foul called there. 6 team fouls on the Panthers, so they do have to be careful. Andrews Heights, shooter. Out to Moore from the corner. No good. That's going to be out of bounds. It hit the wire above the hoop. And we'll go back to the Panthers. Of course, in the reverse game between these two teams at Rouse, and Roldan, it's got to be foul. And it will against Andrews Heights. Is it a shooting foul, I wonder? It's only second team foul against the Raiders. Are we shooting here? I don't think we are. Roldan set up like we got an inbound play, and AJ will check out for Luke Landy, Paul Maderia to throw it in from the baseline. Here's going to be one of these plays that Bourne likes to set up. And Trayvon Williams actually overran the ball. This might be over and back. Okay, no. Ball was deflected. So Panthers are good to take possession. Devin Brown for the Raiders trying to deny the ball to Paul Maderia. Hurst, Maderia on the wing. Trayvon Williams coming off the screen. Luke Landy now. Landy, little step back, looking like Kobe out there. Couldn't quite get it to go. And got Haywood and Moore at the top. Boy, Haywood, I was going to say, Moore uses that arm to push off. He's going to be called for the travel, which I'm not sure about. But he was doubled and under pressure. And Successful play there from that press. Liberty Hill. Peterson thinking about Landy on the baseline. Ray Avery back into the game. Daria. Landy. Avery. Again, you can afford to be patient. 2-point game, under 3.5 now in the second quarter. Avery. Landy. Hurst. Landy in the corner. Madaria. Need a little bit of movement now. Madaria's going to fire away. Long. Can Peterson get there? I think he made the decision not to try and throw that one in. Just falling out of bounds. Good defensive stop there from the Rouse Raiders. Moore into the lane. Ooh, had a few options there. Just got it off in the end. Devin Brown again sensed that he's maybe one of the shooters, and Hurst out quickly to Peterson. Just got it to him. A lot of contact there, and Peterson puts it in. We have a tie ball game, folks. Devin Brown now dribbling through people, and he's going to be called for a travel. A little too casual as he picked up his dribble. He just kind of slid. It did look a little bit strange, and the referee right on top of it. Peterson down the court. Wanted the pass. Good energy right now as the Panthers pick up some momentum. This is Ray Avery to the hoop with the floater blocked by JoJo Moore. Bartow Haywood on the baseline. Uses that strength. Couldn't get it to go. Avery. Peterson. Avery again. Landy to the top is Madaria, and everybody gets a chance to take a breath, and maybe not that much of a breath. Coach Boren says move it. Avery pumps. Hurst with some room, and he'll be called for the travel. So tough, such a tough position. The pump fake is one of those plays that you really like to see from a guy. Just got to put the ball on the floor before you take that first step. Something we've seen a lot this season. Devin Brown, Trayvon Williams just about lost him. And Madaria, yeah, a little bit soft on the contact. Maybe you just let that one go. I think that's at least 2 on Paul Madaria. Yeah. And it will be shooting. 7th team foul on the Panthers. 1:52 left to go. I mentioned that first meeting between these two teams at Rouse. There's a packed house at Rouse High School as Brown knocks down the free throw. And the first full game that the Panthers were without one of their leaders, Gunter Daniels. And I would say it was a good effort from the running Panthers. Rouse did come away with the 50-35 victory. Devin Brown no good on the free throw. Ayula just about reached over everybody, but tipped it to a Liberty Hill player. Roldan, Ryman, Hurst, Landy, Williams are the 5 for the Panthers. Landy, I guess we have an offensive foul here. Nope. It's going to be called on Devin Brown for just running right through Trayvon Williams, who again, it's a brave play, not only the taking the charge down on the other end, but just putting your body in front of somebody on a screen and absorbing the contact. Just 3 fouls on the Rouse Raiders up to this point. Landy open, got it to Hurst, and a nice look from A.J. Roldan. And how about this? Liberty Hill 24, Rouse 23. This is something we did not see in the reverse game, as a Liberty Hill lead. Haywood jumps for that pass, controls himself pretty well. Aaron Hurst stayed straight up, which I think was the smarter thing to do. But the Raiders regain the lead as we tick down to about a minute. A.J. Roldan through the middle. Not a bad pass to Williams, who again will get called for that same travel. And Peterson will check in for him. Coach Boren telling his guys to pressure up. He's saying pressure up against JoJo Moore. You do not want number one with the ball. Rather, somebody like Devin Brown right here to take it up. Good place to trap Andrews Heights, but Panthers get back into that 2-3 zone. And JoJo Moore might be thinking about holding this for one shot. Yeah, he holds up the one finger. It's a lot of time. 45 seconds still to go. See what Coach Boren wants his guys to do. Do you pressure the ball in this situation or let Rouse wind down the clock? Coach Shane Krause for the Raiders is happy with waiting for the last shot. 30 seconds now. Here comes Ryman from the back of the zone. Back into the press, and it works perfectly. Peterson rolled on. Landy fully blocked by JoJo Moore. What a play by him. Haywood the other way. Hurst challenges, but it's a big throwdown by Amari Haywood, who pumps his fist. Rouse team is all excited. This shot from Roldan still had 7 seconds to go. Not sure what he was thinking there. It's a highlight reel dunk there from Amari Haywood. Again, I think the more important thing for Aaron Hurst was to not get a foul, which he succeeded at there. It was a clean challenge. Getting dunked on is never a nice thing, but don't want to add the free throw. Haywood still feeling himself from that. Andrews Heights throws that straight out of bounds, and I think Liberty Hill should get this ball right back here on the baseline, and they do. Some of the players want a timeout. Coach Boren says no timeout, get out there. Starting group is in there. See what they can draw up from the baseline, and a couple guys moving before Madera even had the ball. Gonna have to get this out to Landy. Peterson's got a couple seconds here. Ryman's got an open three. Might have been fouled, but no call. How about that first half? We talked about the challenge it would be for the Panthers to stay with this Raiders team, and they have done just that. Neck and neck here. A couple of contentious calls. A nearly half-court shot at the end of that first quarter by Luke Landy. And your score at the end of the first half, it's Rouse Raiders 27, Liberty Hill Running Panthers 24. And welcome back, folks, to the Panthers Den here at Liberty Hill High School. We're just about ready for the second half. My name is Adam Mueller. Thanks for joining us tonight on Vype Live. Hope it's been a nice Valentine's Day for everybody. I know that I have loved the game tonight. 27-24. Rouse Raiders on top of the Liberty Hill running Panthers, who have stuck with the Raiders. That end of first quarter heave by Luke Landy. Really exciting moment, which was first crossed off and canceled by the referees. And after a lot of discussion between the referees, they actually counted the basket. I think credit to those officials for doing that, talking things over, and coming to, I think, what was the right call. And that sort of spurred Panthers on to actually having a lead for a little while in that second quarter against these Rouse Raiders. And the Raiders with a couple big plays, JoJo Moore, Amari Haywood, 2 stars for Shane Krause's team, bringing them back up to that 27-24 advantage. Of course, we talked about District 25-5A. Rouse at the top, 13-0. Hayes and Leander tied for second. They actually play tonight, and effectively a playoff game for second spot in district. Both those teams are 9-4. And then in fourth, Liberty Hill, 7-6. Looking to guarantee themselves a playoff spot tonight, because of course, right on their heels, in 5th and 6th, Cedar Park and Glen, both at 6 and 7. And of course, both of those teams taking on teams towards the bottom of this district. Glen at Lockhart and Cedar Park at Lehman. Anything can happen, but might be fair to assume that both of those teams will get victories tonight, as neither Lehman nor Lockhart have district wins against anybody else in District 25-5A. We are ready to go for the third quarter. Buckle up, folks. Should be a good one. JT Peterson, Toby Ryman, Luke Landy, Paul Madaria, and Aaron Hurst. The 5 for the Panthers. Cole Andrews Heights, Amari Haywood, JoJo Moore, Devin Brown, and Christian Ayula. Moore to the basket, got it to Ayula. Boy, make it look really easy when you can dribble through folks and give it to your big 6'6" center. Again, sort of a relaxed man-to-man press there from the Raiders. Madaria thinking about the 30-footer for a second. Hurst, Landy, this is good movement from the Panthers. Hurst again. Coach Krause liked it. Ryman with the left hand finishes really nicely. I think it throws some defenders off. Toby Ryman able to sort of navigate around the block shot with that crafty left hand. More to the basket, kicks out Haywood. Andrews Heights hasn't been that effective in this game, but he got a good shot for Haywood, who's long. Landy with the rebound. Ryman, who just missed the moment. You could see it from here. Just missed the moment where JT Peterson was open. Haywood, Andrews Heights pumps his 3, again off the mark. Hurst with the rebound, pushes to Madaria. Haywood just waiting for the block and got it. Ayula in a little bit of trouble to Haywood. Sort of that, again, make the NBA comparison, but the LeBron chase down block. Andrews Heights dishes to Ayulu, who's got another easy one. It's a good strategy from the Raiders. Madaria in some trouble. Brown up in his face, and Madaria will just throw it off of him. Trayvon Williams, an early second half sub for JT Peterson. Again, it was senior night tonight. JT Peterson, Paul Madaria, Aaron Hurst, and of course Gunter Daniels, who was an honorary starter Had surgery on that knee. Hurst, a good pass from Ryman, who hit the deck. Hurst couldn't finish, and Brown with the board. Haywood, more, lots of space here, up and under, no good. Hurst did a lot of work, and they're going to get him for a travel. Aaron Hurst needs to be kind of careful here. He's frustrated. I think that was a foul on Ayula. A lot of angry fans here on this home side. Again, Aaron Hurst giving up just a few inches to Ayula and doing a good job trying to make up for it. Hurst is listed at 6'4", but Ayula maybe conservative 6'6". Defense is the call from the Panthers bench. Moore. A whole lot of experience on this Raiders team. A lot of composure. Andrews Heights, Trayvon Williams had a shot at it. You just get the sense that every possession is big for the Panthers. They just cannot let the Raiders' shots keep falling. Andrews Heights to the lane. He struggled tonight, but Ayula's cleared everything out for Haywood, who's, I think, was fouled by Ryman. 4:47 left in the third. Liberty Hill 19-14 overall, 7-6 in district like we talked about. Haywood's free throw is good. Ray Avery for Toby Ryman, who's got 2 fouls. Rouse Raiders 24-8 overall, 13-0 in district. Running away with it this year. They've beaten everybody, of course. Haywood with both free throws. And I think trying to cap off an undefeated season all the way. Williams was fouled there, a little up and under, a little bit wild, but you see Williams holding his head. I think he was hit by Haywood. Again, that baseball pass tonight seems to be very much in style. I guess this sort of press man-to-man coverage from the Raiders is opening that down court pass up. I don't know if Coach Bourne highlighted that. Trayvon Williams long on the free throw. He's been a little bit hot and cold from the free throw line this season. And the second free throw is good for Trayvon Williams. Like I said, it's not just the throwaway game for the Raiders. That is another travel there. Again, sometimes the press doesn't result in the clear turnover, but you pressure the guy with the ball, and sometimes he can make uncharacteristic mistakes. Much needed turnover for the Panthers there. 4.5 left, third quarter. One thing I should mention, Amari Haywood with 2 fouls. On at the top. Again, they're trying to set up Hurst like they have a lot. Fade away, he can make these, but again, it's tough going away from the basket. Brown, Ayula, and he'll throw it down again. Visitors like that one, and Rouse has sort of reasserted themselves here in the third quarter. Come out calm and ready to get at their best players. Landy, long, Williams flying in. JoJo Moore now with the baseball pass. Haywood with a good catch and finishes. And what do we have here? Maybe some extra contact there. It's just a timeout, I think was called by Coach Boren, as the lead now extended to its biggest in this game, 37-27. Raiders back in the lead. Wearing that home white with the purple letters, purple trim, yellow numbers. Rouse Raiders in the dark, I appears to be black with the red trim and yellow numbers and letters. Coach Bourne talks to his guys off the full timeout. I think we're throwing, are those flowers that the cheerleaders are throwing out there? I think those are, or maybe, no, those are those pink shirts. Really cool, those pink shirts. Maybe I can reach down there and grab one of those for myself. The Panthers ball out of the timeout. There's another shirt flying into your picture. Yeah, it's those pink senior night shirts. Trying to see if is that breast cancer awareness? Not exactly sure there. So ball back in, 37-27. Panthers find themselves in a bit of a hole here. But they've dug themselves out of holes this season a lot. Can they do it here and guarantee themselves a playoff spot? Rolled on at the top. Williams, awkward bounce pass to Avery, who was definitely undercut, but no foul called. Brown, Andrews Heights, we know he's not afraid to shoot, look like a lot of steps, but does knock it down, and Cole Andrews Heights gets on the scoreboard. Jackson Scott. None of the seniors out there for Coach Bourne, taking a big risk here. And right as I said that, all three now looking to check in. Roldan under a lot of heat. Luke Landy, Roldan has some space. Maybe should have taken the first time, but opened it up for himself really nicely. And almost a sigh of relief from the home crowd. Trayvon Williams pokes that one out of bounds. Pearson, Madaria, and Hurst will come in for Williams, Landy, and Scott. And now Ryman's going to come in as well for Ray Avery. So starting group for the Panthers, other than A.J. Roldan, who's out there. Maybe you see him handling the ball, and Paul Madaria off the ball. Try and get him free for some shots. Long pass here. Haywood with such a good catch and finishes easily. Saw the Panthers eat up that zone defense of the Timberwolves on Friday. Tougher against this athletic man-to-man. Aaron Hurst just gets that one to go, which is easier said than done. Long pass mishandled by Brown. These are the kind of plays where you build some momentum for the Panthers. Still down 9. Daria, tons of space here. Fire away way long and needs to get back. More good hands by Aaron Hurst. Good awareness by the senior. Needs some help. Tried to baseball pass it into Roldan. Couldn't find him. Ryman faked a few passes. Looked good on the 3. Again, a little bit of cherry picking. Got to be careful of that here down court. More catches and has a moment to check his feet. Andrews Heights through the lane. No good. JoJo Moore very discontented by that sequence. He does eventually get back. Should be an open shot here. Peterson to the rack. Follows his own shot. Couldn't get it to go. That hurts. Roldan really playing defense there. Amari Haywood throws it down. And do we have a technical foul called here? Yeah, I think we got a tech. I think Amari Haywood hung on to the rim too long. Panthers will get a couple free throws, if I'm not mistaken. More discussion here in the timeout. It's a full timeout. So we will see. Should be 2 free throws coming out of the timeout if it was a technical. Good atmosphere, like I said, here on senior night. Student section off to the right here. Full house. And Rouse Raiders brought a good, probably the best district away crowd we've seen this season. Of course, Rouse just down the road in Leander. So not too far of a drive, and you're going north so you don't have to deal with the traffic in North Austin. We're back out there. Looks like Paul Maderi is going to shoot the technical free throws. And Amari Haywood is credited for a personal foul there too. So with 1:04 in the third quarter, he has picked up his third personal foul. Maderi's first free throw. Nothing but nylon there. I couldn't get the second one to go. Getting a lot of words from the. You know, Paul doesn't shirk a challenge, man. He's getting a lot of trash talk from the Rouse side, and he is eating it up. Hurst got some space with the jumpers. A good contest. Peterson just tried to tip it back in. Now under a minute here in the third quarter. Haywood's pass cross court. Maderi got a piece. Trayvon Williams checks in for JT Peterson. Joe Moore now, very casual. Facing that press, good hands by Toby Ryman. Need those, gotta have those. Andrews Heights. Moore, ooh, Hurst just out of position there. Will Cole, Devin Brown, Andrews Heights. Again, we have one of these situations where there's about a minute to go, and the Rouse Raiders just hold the ball. I'm sure we'll see a lot of this in the fourth quarter. Panthers will have to bring some energy, and they'll have to get turnovers. Heights, no good. Ryman fought on the defensive rebound against Ayula. Williams is going to have to shoot. No good. And that'll be it for the third. Tough one for the Panthers, but they're still in this one. At the end of three, it's the Rouse Raiders 43, Liberty Hill Panthers 33. And welcome back, folks, to the Panthers Den. My name is Adam Mueller. Thanks for joining us tonight on Vype Live. It is senior night here at Liberty Hill High School. And a shout out to the Runnin' Panthers sponsors tonight: Gage and Cade Construction, Globe Theater, Deluxe Garages, J&K Welding, and Liberty Hill Pediatrics. Thank you for your support of Runnin' Panthers basketball. And we've got some more shirts to give out here. We're ready for quarter number 4. Panthers going from the left of your screen to the right. Starting group back in there. Trying to come back. Maderi with some room. Short. Shots just haven't been falling. Haywood ran into his man. Hurst tried to block Brown. Gets that one to go. Maderi pushing things against Ryman. Hurst. Nice play to Pearson. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Came from behind and then committed the foul. There's been a couple of those for JT Peterson where you, in a game like this where the margins are so fine, trying to stay in it. Put those in as we tick down to about 7 left in the fourth. JoJo Moore gets through it. Interesting, the press sort of backed up, and Andrews Heights now in rhythm. He's got a few in the last couple of minutes. Madaria's pushing. Peterson, great movement from the Panthers. Hurst, short. Madaria, Ryman. Panthers almost look like they've lost a little bit of focus here. Hurst in a lot of trouble, double teamed. It's been really part of the issue. Just haven't gotten Aaron Hurst going. Nice pass there to Peterson, who again can't finish. And Amari Haywood's out here and throws it on down another one. Really tough way to start the fourth quarter for the Panthers. Ayula's going to be called for over the back on Hurst. Been a lot of contact down there. Old school, big man battle. 6:12 to go. Williams, Avery rolled on. And Ryman, Peterson, and Madaria will check out. Feels like that last sequence was pretty important. Now it's 17-point lead for the Raiders. Rolled on. Hurst. Avery. Hurst. Up against Moore. And couldn't get it to go. Whether it's Ayula, Moore, Haywood, it's a tough matchup for Hurst. Ayula lost it. Brown, Haywood swings it. Landy gets over against Moore. And now throwing an alley-oop to Haywood, who couldn't get it and then touched the ball as he was hanging on the rim, which I don't think you can do. It's actually, I believe, considered out of play. That's a unique one. You don't see at this level too much. Maybe goaltending is the call there when you have the ball in play and a guy just hanging on the rim touches the ball. .5:33 to go, 50-33 the score now. Hurst got some space for the three, just hasn't been able to get in rhythm. And that'll continue. Andrews Heights over the timeline. Haywood using that strength so well. And he's going to get a travel call. I think it's good. Just a little bit casual with the ball. I think that's the correct call. Been a frustrating fourth quarter so far for the Panthers. Coach Boren has sort of dropped that press back to the half-court line. I don't know if he's maybe thinking about other games that might be coming up. Still about 5 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Rolled on. Landy. Hurst with the screen. Now working against Cole. Rolled on, gets his body in there. Williams likes to go baseline. Gives it to Hurst, who will step back for three. And again, not able to get it. Tough fading away, leaning away. Just makes it tougher on yourself when you're shooting, fading from the basket. Will Cole no good. Through a lot of hands. Williams saves it and gets it to Rolled On. Neither team able to get the ball in the basket the last minute and a half or so. Williams now trying to make things work, and it's a good block by Devin Brown. Williams now with the left hand just off. It's been a lot of that in this quarter. Just one man trying to beat his defender and not quite getting the finish there. Andrews Heights really calm. Will Cole again in the corner. Almost falling to the baseline, Devin Brown. Andrews Heights thinking about the three ball. JoJo Moore, haven't heard too much of his name in this half. Ayula just jumps over everybody. done. Landy ticked down to about 3 minutes. Williams going to have some space here. Nice pump from Ray Avery. Shot's no good. Just nothing working on the offensive end for the Panthers in this quarter. Still good pressure defense there. Moore through the middle. It's a beautiful pass to Ayula. Throws it down, and Coach Krause is going to call a timeout. Biggest lead of the game for the Raiders, 54-33. And they look like they may just be wrapping up undefeated district season. 14-0 would be the mark if they can win tonight. Quite the accomplishment for them. And Liberty Hill's situation just gets a little bit more complicated. As we said, Glen Grizzlies and the Cedar Park Timberwolves in action tonight. Keeping an eye on those games, those scores. Of course, it'd be fair to assume that those teams would be the favorites against Lockhart and Lehman, respectively. And so now we have the strong possibility of a three-way tie for fourth place in District 25 5A. And as far as what I understand from the Liberty Hill coaching staff, either flip a coin or just decide amongst themselves what team of the three will get a bye, and then what teams will play in the first sort of quote-unquote play-in game, and who will host that play-in game, and then the winner of that first play-in game will play the team who received the bye. Again, as I understand it, it's a coin flip situation to decide those outcomes, but what could happen is we could have some district play-in games. The ball bounces around and Jackson Scott picks it up. We have some district play-in games coming up later this week into the weekend. We will see. We'll obviously keep an eye out for Liberty Hill schedules. Liberty Hill men's basketball Twitter is always a good resource. Look for updates. JT Peterson, Paul Madaria, Ray Avery, Jackson Scott, and AJ Roldan are the five out there for Liberty Hill. Trying to get a bucket here. Haven't been able to get one. Madaria had to stretch for that one. Ray Avery, he'll work hard. It's good man-to-man defense from the Raiders. Madaria's going to chunk one. In and out. 1.5 to go. So that's the situation. Could potentially have a game Friday. Will Cole's three ball no good. Ayula's still in there. It's going to get the foul. Pushing from behind. Possible game on Friday. Possible game on Saturday. Look out for that. As the playoff positioning in district is decided, of course, we sometimes have situations, I know in football, where coaches just meet at a gas station somewhere in between the two schools and flip a coin, and whoever wins that flip moves on. I don't think it's going to be that situation here in District 25 5A. I think we're going to play it out. Jax Hicks has come back in the game. Second time we've seen him tonight. Avery Peterson rolled on, and Jackson Scott joining him. Nice pass from Jax Hicks. Jackson Scott just not able to put it in, and there was a foul called. Jackson Bunnis out there for the Raiders. So number 32, Christian Harwood. And number 24, Luke Baldwin. And Jackson Scott puts the free throw in. Panthers do get on the board here in the fourth quarter. So that's the situation. May not quite be finished here at the Panthers' den this season. We'll see. 40 seconds to go. 54-34. Still that pressure defense. Eric Richardson checking into the game for the first time. Good play by this B squad. We do have a foul called. I think it'll go against Jackson Scott. So again, like we often see with Coach Boren and the Panthers, everybody on the depth chart making an appearance in this game. That's the benefit to having depth at every position and rotating guys in and out. This is number 13, Jackson Bunnis for the Raiders, who knocks down the free throw and knocks them both down. Nice free throws there from the senior. 20 seconds to go. Got a lot of folks walking behind me, a lot of students. Again, trying to get it into big Eric Richardson, and like we see time and time again, pretty much the only thing the defense can do down on the block is push him. And the foul call against Christian Harwood. If we get another one here, Panthers will be shooting. 16 fouls. We are under 15 seconds. JT Peterson with the three in and out. Ray Avery the board. Excuse me, that's Jackson Scott. Jax Hicks will get an open look and knocks it down. How about that? Nice way to end the game for the Panthers. Jax Hicks with the three, but that'll be it. Rouse Raiders finish off the undefeated district season. And a good effort, at least for those first 3 quarters from the Panthers on senior night. Never easy to play one of the top teams, the top team in district on senior night. And that'll do it for the district regular season. Thanks for joining us. I have had a blast. Thanks for being with us here on Vype Live. My name is Adam Mueller. Probably be back with you later this week. We will sort of find out as we go. Play it by ear. Check all your sources. Make sure to stay in tune with what's going on. Could have some big coin flips and big decisions about where we will be playing and who these Panthers will be playing. But that will do it for the district season in 2023. Again, the final score from the Panthers Den, Rouse Raiders 56, Liberty Hill Panthers 37.